Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am GrandMcLegend and today we are going to go on to the third video in my favourite tanks series, and it is going to go on to the heavy tanks. And my favourite heavy tank in tier 10 at this current time is the Rinoceronte. Now, I absolutely love this tank. It is the Italian heavy tank. It also features an auto reloading mechanic of 2 shells with 8 to 10 seconds on both shells, and it also has a 3.33 second interclip. And this tank is just overall a great vehicle because it is so versatile. It can go into pretty much any situation as long as you play it correctly, not just go up front like a mouse. But yeah, you won't bounce anything if you do that. But if you go hold down, or if you try to like just play it as a peekaboo heavy tank, sort of like front nearly second line, then yeah, you will get a lot of damage in this tank. But yeah, it's such a nice tank to play. I'd say it's a beginner's tank, to be fair. But yeah, it is just such a nice vehicle to play. It has 2,400 hit points with turret armor of 205mm and 130 on your hull. So you're not bouncing much on the hull, but you will get some bounces on the turret if you go hull down. If you also have 279.8 meters of view range, and you do have a concealment of 43 while stationary, 38 while moving, and 10 upon firing. This is like medium concealment, which is really nice. This is definitely a heavium because it doesn't have the hull armor, but it does have the turret armor and actually really nice DPM if you play it right. But yeah, it does have 2,592 DPM, and it does also have a 3.33 second reload between the shells. You do have a 9.72 second reload on your first shell and 8.33 on your second. So if you repeatedly shoot your second instead of your first, you will have a higher DPM than you would if you did the same thing for the 9. Or actually, no, it would be the 9, wouldn't it? Because it would be a 9.7 reload every shell. Instead, if you had the 8.33 and you add the 3.33 seconds onto it, it would be 11.66. So if you want to have maximum DPM in this vehicle, try just using the first shell. That would get you the maximum DPM in this vehicle. 2 shells in your magazine, and you also have a 278mm of penetration on your AP, 362 on your heat, and 70 on your HE. Not going to pen much with the HE, but with that heat, you can get through quite a lot. This is with calibrated shells. You do also have 420 HP of AP damage, 370 on your heat, and 520 on your HE. Nice difference there for the HE between the AP as well. 3.4 seconds of aim time with a 0.285 dispersion, 7 degrees gun depression, and a top speed of 40 kilometers an hour. So overall, it is not a bad tank. I absolutely love this thing. Like, if you do not play well in the Rhino, that is a skill issue, because it's a Rinoceronte. Like, how could you play bad in this tank? It's such a nice vehicle to play. Honestly, if you haven't got a Rinoceronte yet, do go and get one. It's a very nice tank, and trust me, if you play it correctly, you will get a lot of damage. You'll get a really high average damage in this tank, trust me. I mean, I think I'm sitting at like 2.8k average damage, 70 odd % win rate, I think. So yeah, it's a very nice tank to play. I really enjoy this vehicle. Now, what we are going to do here on Yukon is we are expecting to meet an IS-4, a T-57 and a 113. No problem for the heat shells on this thing. So what I'm going to do is sit right here and discover that nothing is here. So, oh wait, there is something here. Hello. And he, for some reason, decides to donk his shell, which is a really wise 183 player. So yeah, we do manage to get out of the way of the T-57, and we do manage to get at least 1 shell out. But the question is, what should I do now? What I'm going to do is go after this TVP. Track him. And shoot him. Okay, nice. So we do manage to get the TVP down to 1,000 hit points. We do also have the T-57 and the Vickers over here as well, which is not the most ideal of situations. What's this 183 doing? He is now dead. Okay. Where are these lot? Oh, they're all here. Okay. Don't ask what that shell was, but yeah, I don't think we have won this because I'm being flanked, well, being attacked. And we might be able to finish off this TVP actually. Okay, nice. So we did get the TVP out of the game. And now the VZ has now got the attention of the Vickers and the T-57. So what I'm going to do is just track you and then get some assisted damage, hopefully. But he is going to die very quickly. So we just have the T-57 over here now. Completely donk the shell. But the good thing about this tank is that it does not have the reserve shell mechanic despite being a auto reloading vehicle because in Italy, because not many tanks in this game that are not Italian. No, not many tanks in this game that are Italian don't have the reserve shell mechanic, and this is one of them. And it's actually really nice because you can just play it as a single shot. It's basically like any other auto reloader, like a Kranwagen, for example. But using the second shell, or the first shell, is the most beneficial if you want to get the most DPM out of it. So yeah, what are we going to do here on Oasis Palms? I am going to go medium side because it's mobile, or more of the mobile side of heavy tanks, and also it doesn't really have the hull armor. So I'm just going to go over here to see if we can obliterate their E50M and their STB. They might also have a couple of tank destroyers camping at the back corner, so we might have to keep aware of that. But I am just going to try and make my way over to base C and cap it because, well, why not? That's what it's there for. It's there to be capped. And we might also see the heavy tanks or anyone else that might decide to come over to this side. So we do spot the Chieftain. Not the vehicle that I really wanted to meet over here, if I'm honest. But what was I expecting? The Chieftain is also a really decent heavium. But we do have the 6 tanks spotted. So the Waffle, I'm assuming, is camping in that bush. Almost 100%. He is over there in the corner. Right there. Somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here to avoid being shot while capping this base. And we've capped it, so what we are going to do is just stay here. And I don't think we can find their Waffle because he is at the back of the map. He's like there, I think, pretty sure of it. So we are just going to clear this lot. Hit the engine? Nah, unlucky. But yeah, we are just going to turn back round. I assume the M60 is going to kill that guy. So we are just going to get a shot into your lower plate for 469 roll, and then you are now a one shot. Switch to the HE to make sure it's a guaranteed hit. And then he is now dead. So I am expecting to see the Waffle around here somewhere, and there he is. The Waffenträger Auf Panzer IV. Get a nice HE, and he does also have the Spall liner. Of course he does. But we are just going to push right forward here, and then try and kill this Waffle. Thing is, will our HE allow this to happen? No, of course it won't. But we do manage to get him killed from our Chieftain, so that is really nice indeed. We are just going to push this IS-7 now, using the sort of speed we've got, and then we'll be able to dump both shells into this guy. Which is what we want, because it will, after all, it is a game where you get damage, isn't it, guys? So we are just going to get like one of the most troll shots on earth right into the side of the IS-7 here, and we are just going to go right here and try and go hold down to hit his lower plate like so, and then you can get 800 damage. I say that and then I'll bounce the shot, but we are just going to go forward and try and find or catch up to that E4 because he is going to die and I want to get damage. But yeah, this tank can be decent if you play it correctly. I mean, it's a Rinoceronte. How can you play this thing bad? Like, it's just an all-round brilliant vehicle. I advise you get one if you haven't already. And, well, yeah, that is basically that. So we're just going to get the final shot onto this guy, get the kill, and then I believe the M60 will clear the TNH. Or will I? I will. So yeah, we do manage to get 4 kills with how much damage? I'm not sure, it didn't show. But yeah, the Rinoceronte, great vehicle. If you haven't got a Rinoceronte already, do go and get one because it is such a nice tank to play. Honestly, like if you haven't got a Rinoceronte yet, do go and get one because it is a very nice tank. And it is probably one of the better heavies out there as of this moment. Like when I was going through the heavies I've got to do a video on, this one stood out because it's just so nice. I absolutely love this tank. Like my stats on this vehicle, yeah, 70% win rate with almost 3k average damage. It's so nice. So yeah, that is basically it on the Rhino. If you haven't liked or subscribed to the channel already, do go and, well, do that, as it really helps me out and so you don't miss future content. And if you can leave a comment down below to say what top content you'd like to see on the channel, do go and do that, as it really helps me out and I know what to make for you guys. If you want to send me your replays, do go and send them either to the Discord server down below or to my email, which is also linked down below. And well, that is basically that. So do meet me tomorrow, well, when I release the video, when I do talk about my favourite tank destroyer in the game. And well, that is basically that. So thank you all for watching and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.